Murti Narayana Namahom Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Sri Srimad Bhakti-Vedanta Narayana Sri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Hararya Madhurya Gunaichayuktam Varam Varenyam Purushamantam Narayanam Pamtirasam Tridandi Nam Bhakta Shiromani Sri Krishna Pada Daikavadi Chaitanya Lila Amrita Sara Saram Narayanam Tam Satatam Bhakti Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Sri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram. Let me offer millions of responses. Hriday, Swami, Arjuna, Ram, present, Nam, Vancha, Kalpataru, Jasya, Krupa, Sindhu, Jayasya, Patitana, Pavana, Vaishnavadya, Namo. Today is amazing day. Ekadasi, Moksada Ekadasi, and then also is Gita Jayanti. Then 26 is Purnima. Then 31st is the Bhakti-Vidanta Dandi disappearance day. 5th January is our Gurudev's appearance day, Vaman disappearance day, Vaman Maharaj appearance day. Then 7th is Sapala Ekadasi. March 25th is Purnima, Gaur Purnima. And then March 20th is Navadvip Parikrama. Then 22nd February is Nityananda Trayodasi. Then 16th September, 16th February, the Advaita Saptami. 22nd is Nityananda. Then 20th is. So in February we have 2 Ekadasi and then 2 Advaita Saptami and then Nityananda. Fasting, like Ekadasi. So that happens every year. Moksada Ekadasi. All Ekadasis, Lord Krishna himself explaining to Yudhishthira Maharaj. So Yudhishthira Maharaj asking, Oh Lord, I have one doubt. What is the greatness of the Ekadasi of this Agrahayana month? And Krishna is telling what are the details of carrying out Ekadasi. So Krishna is telling, oh King, oh Maharaj, you have asked a great question, best question, Uttam, he said, best question. So by this you will be known in all four directions. So, Yasha, so greatness. Right. If you ask a nice topic question, it brings glories to the person who asks and also listen. Um, by listening to this Ekasi Harikatha, you will get the performing the fruit of Vajpayee. It's very difficult to do. His name is Moksada. Uh, liberation. Mokshada. Liberation itself is, name itself is Mokshada. Liberation. It will destroy all these sins. Among all Vratas is highest. Sri Damodar is the presiding deity. Day you have to spend doing glorification of the Lord, Harikatha, and then night you have to do uh, Jagaran. Oh Maharaj, he is telling um, one pastime regarding this. Uh, by listening, yeah, all the sin will get diminished, and then even in the forefathers in the hellish planet, uh, they will also deliver just by listening. One time there was one king by name Vaikanas, Champakanagar, Manoram Champaka. He was filled with lot of Vaishnava qualities. He was taking care of his citizens, like his own children. Uh, Many great Brahmins used to live in his kingdom. Uh, so one time in a dream, he saw his forefather, is actually his forefathers in very disturbed uh, in hellish planet. So then he started telling this in the next day with the Brahmana. Oh, in the night I saw in the dream my forefathers, they are suffering in the hellish planet. Uh, and seeing that my heart breaking apart. Uh, and they are telling, oh my son, please deliver me. Uh, uh, so from this planet. So seeing that I'm disturbed, I have no sleep, and all what is the use of all this kingdom, wealth, all that. So so this is the situation all of us. We don't know what is our forefathers' situation. If you come to know, you will also feel, you will not have peace. You know. So then is there any way? So king is asking the Brahmana. And Brahmanas is telling, oh king, near your kingdom there is a great Rishi, saint. His name is Parvat Muni. He knows past, present and future. And, and he will give us a way to deliver your forefathers. Uh, so hearing that word, Vaikanath king, Vaikanath, along with the Brahmanas, he went to his ashram, Parvatmani, and then paid obeisances to the sage. Then sages, they are asked, oh, welfare of the kingdom. Then Maharaj Vaikanath is telling, oh, by your mercy, everything is fine. Kingdom is okay. Citizens are happy, but I am not happy because one day, I saw in my dream my forefathers in hell suffering. So I don't have. Please, show us a way to deliver them. Past, present, future. Learner in all scriptures. Then, hearing this, the Muni became quiet for a few seconds. Now he went into meditation. Then, after coming out of meditation, he says to the king, in the previous life, your father was very kamatur, meaning lusty person. Even though at the advanced age, even though he was big, advanced age, he married. And then he used to love one wife and other wife, he didn't even bother to inquire or look after her. Because of this sin, the father is running into this suffering in the end. Now, if you don't do now something, in future you will suffer more. So, and I am going to tell you a way out of it. And then he says, this Agrahayana, this month, Moksada Ekadashi, liberation, grant liberation. Ekadashi is coming. You follow fully and then offer the fruit of that vrata to your father, forefather. By that, your father will be delivered. So hearing this, the king came back to his palace, and then when the Ekasi, the Moksada Ekasi came, he followed completely with all his family. Then, uh, then he offered that fruit to his father. Uh, by when he offered this, the flowers started falling from the sky. And then they are telling, hey, my son, let all the auspicious are upon you. uh, then father, blessing, he went from the hellish planet to heavenly planet. Oh Maharaj Yudhishthira, like this, one who follows this Ekadasi, all his sins will be destroyed. And after death, he will attain liberation. Now, the good qualities, the good merit of this Ekadasi, even I don't know. Now, Ekadasi, this Vrata is like a Chintamani. This Vrata is very dear to me. You know, Chintamani is a money, is like a thing which no one can know the limitation. As long as you keep on touching, it keeps on becoming gold. No limitation. And it doesn't lose its power. So, like this is a Ekadasi is like Chintamani. Lord Krishna himself giving this comparison. Touchstone. Touchstone. Not only is both aspects, not only this material and also spiritual. The Bhakti Janani. Of course, our concern is Bhakti Janani, Bhakti. But along with that, it will also remove all these mundane problems. Otherwise, we cannot concentrate. Sometimes, because we are in this body, we have to balance spiritual and so. So one who hears this, tell, he will get the benefit of performing Vajpayee. Very amazing. So now we will come to this reciting Bhagavad Gita shlokas. But the one question about the like last time, the seeds. Uh, Now in the see for the people who cannot do complete dry fast, no water, no, not even water. For them, the scripture allows certain things. Who are those? The children, elderly people, or diseased person. Uh, ಹೌದಾ ಹೌದ್ ತಾಯಿ ನಂದು ಕಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ತಾಯಿ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಮೇಲೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಗ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ತಾಯಿ ಬಟ್ they no one is should give up Ekadasi. Or Gurudev is also telling, one time, see after 80, and oh, after 80 I can. No, no. That means he did not develop love for Ekadasi, but very develop love for Ekadasi Devi, Bhakti Janani. So age doesn't matter. Uh, so they can take Anukalpa. Anukalpa meaning in Mahabharata, Udyog Parva says, what is allowed? What is Anukalpa? No, allowed on Ekadasi. Water, fruit, root, milk, ghee, or Sadguru Vakya, the Gurudevs, their word. They can say, they can exempt you or something. Some extreme cases. And or medicine. They are not Ratanachak. Haribhakti Vilas. But this is only for one who asamartha, meaning incapable. Complete sense. That too, one time, anukalpa. Okay. One time. That too, one quarter, rules are there. Now, so now what is allowed is, so in Padma Purana, Lord Shiva is going more detail. Annam meaning, food, right? The translate, Attum yogyam annam. Bhojya samag, which is the use for eating or not eating. Bhojya meaning food, food, you can say. So on day of Ekadasi, no kind of food is allowed. Huh? But fruit, root, water, milk, they will not destroy the Ekadasi Vrata. Only for incapable persons, it is that arrangement is done. So in Padma Purana, Shiva Parvati, it says, "Oh Girije," Shiva is telling, what is Anna? What is called the rice, right? Rice doesn't mean just not right, not just rice, okay? So Shiva is explaining, "Oh Girije, uh, whatever has taken birth from the grain," he says. For that, you can say Anna, rice, grain. There are different kinds of grains in this world. So he's telling Shamadan, Mas, Masur, Danya, Krodrava, Sasat, Jau, like wheat, mung, dal, even til, kangu, kulat, gavedat, trunadanya. Is trunadanya meaning all the grass, like whatever grains coming out with the grass, like paddy, wheat, anything with leaves, like uh, trunadanya, matar, manduk, bajra, like all the siridhan, like what is called siridhan in millet, all millet. Mm. Then kichak, even the bansdan, meaning uh, bamboo rice, bamboo rice. ಇದೆಯಾ ಹಾ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇದು ಅಷ್ಟೇನು ಚಳಿ ತಡಿಯಲ್ಲ ಇದು ತಡಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಹಾ ಇದು ಇದೆ ಒಂದು ತಗೊಂಡೆ ಅದ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದಿದೆ ದೇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಬೆಡ್ಶೀಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾ ಸೀರೆ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ತಾಯಿ ನನ್ನ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಯಿ ಯಾವ ರೂಮ್ ಹೌದೌದು ಆಯ್ತು ಆಯ್ತು ಸೊ now regarding the root, okay, here it says all the root. Now of course in that root we don't use carrot because for all the time it is forbidden. if you see, I tried carrot. There are two colors, right? One is red, one is orange. I was curious, right? Because some people say, no, this orange is okay, red is not allowed. I tried my thing. What it came out was red is negative energy and the orange is neutral, meaning no good, no bad. But in any case, Gurudev says don't take either one. But I was curious. I tried that. So, uh, peanuts, whether, see, the Dvidala Dhanya, Ekadala, I don't know the English translation. But, uh, yeah, Padma Purana, they don't talk that, it is not included. It looks like it's okay. And the tradition is also there. All Guru Parampara using this peanut. Uh, so it should be okay. It is also uh, all more, root. See, the peanut is like coming in a root, but in a shell. Okay, you understand? So, so that is a special kind of root system. So that's why it's allowed. Uh, but incomplete in a sense. If you know the glories of Ekadasi, I think anybody will. The problem is people don't know how great Ekadasi is. If they understand all aspects of Ekadasi, I think everybody will willing to give up one day. After all, so much benefit is there. So much. Here you keep on hearing so many ordinary people come and do. They say so much benefit. I'm surprised. So the lack of explanation or uh, teaching on the importance. So anyway, is uh, Krishna's Ekadasi mercy. Um, if I have to tell my own story, okay, how I became very serious. Before it was like a ordinary thing. We were not serious about it. We used to do Nirjal sometimes. Uh, one day I was going for a program in Puri from Bombay to Pune. Then something struck me. I was coming across this uh, then that led into the greatness of Ekadasi. Before that, I considered, oh, it is Ekadasi day. Oh, okay, we stand. But not seriously, not with a loving or not knowing the real greatness of Ekadasi. So gradually, Gurudev and Krishna um, opened my eyes to the greatness. you know. So, and it benefited practically thousands of people everywhere. So, became very, you know, uh, sincerely trying to follow sincerely and then telling them others. based on this. Uh, and it benefited so many people. Uh, and also the fasting, importance of cleansing. See the maintenance. Even that also Krishna gave me understanding. So if we look at that way, like any machine, you ask any machine. See, people say, no, I will fast on. Please hear me careful what I'm saying. People say, no, I will fast on, fasting is good, but I will do on Sunday, Saturday. They say, now, now, suppose you have any vehicle, right? Give service, you take it for service. Now, you cannot do the service, so you are taking it. And that person gives an appointment, isn't it? Only then you have to take. Same way, this machine cannot be serviced by us, right? This body, human body. Only service can be serviced by the Lord who made it. And he has given its timing, he has given appointment. Okay, you see, such and such a time, day, I will do myself this service. So you cannot say, no, I will fast on Sunday, Saturday, or some day which is convenient to me. Wait a minute. We have to see which is convenient for the Lord who made it, who is going to clean it. See, we cannot do it. Like I was telling you, can we put water, some vim powder, and then brush or cut the stomach 3 times? If you are taking food 3 times operation. Okay, flushing out. You understand? Oh, whatever water you drink, it gets absorbed. The water comes out as is a different path. You know, actually, you cannot flush it out. Unless you have diarrhea, that is different. So, in other words, it's not in our hand. And the beauty is, even though, see, like I given an example, suppose you cook some food, like even whatever, right? Today we should not even take the example of rice, okay? But in Harikatha, you have to, but it is so simple. Um, like suppose you cook some sabji, like vegetables, right? You close the lid for 7 hours, keep it outside, makes no air enter. What happens? It gets spoiled. It becomes messy, no smell, right? Anything, 6, 7 hours. Now, same way our stomach for 7 hours is a closed system. 6 hours, 7 hours will be there. What will happen inside? Don't you think we should wash it? But we think, can we wash it? Not possible. So we are like a small babies, helpless babies. They are most helpless. Only mother, grandmother, somebody they can bathe them, put on new clothes. Otherwise, it's impossible. Same way, we cannot clean. It is like a vehicle. It's a dead vehicle, right? Can it clean itself? A living person. No, it will be automatically, but it is under direction of a living person. Understand? Now, this machine is amazing, Krishna. Even though it is Jada, but he has put also like little life, life force. Huh? It's alive. That's Chaitanya. But still, we cannot clean ourselves. You know. So we have to follow his appointment. Lord has given a time, Ekasi day. I will clean for everybody one time, once in 2 weeks. He has already put up the timetable. You know. We have to accept it. If we want our system to be clean, we have to accept this timetable. No, every day, every Sunday I will do. It will not be income. He will become weak. This is what our research said. Did scientific research. If you fast on non-Ekadasi day, you will become weak. Your chakras will not get aligned. Your Vata Pitta Kapha, the Ayurvedic, will not get reset. But on day of Ekadasi, if you follow properly, all your chakras will get aligned. And then what? Your Vata Pitta Kapha get reset. And you get strength. No. See, the chakras alignment is what? Is cleaning not only hardware, software also. So, and especially if you do all night, waking up, doing kirtan and all that, the more our software, will cleanse very neatly. So, the undoubtful evidence is there. You know, anyone can experience it, and then so many evidences. So we have to, and then I'll say another thing I'll keep telling. Suppose you might have a children in your home, son or a daughter, grandson, whatever, right? Now, if they behave the way you request them, don't you feel very happy? Tell me, right? Suppose if they give you 100 rupees, $100, yen, whatever money, you know, you think you'll be happy to receive that, and they don't listen what you say. But they are not giving you money or anything, but they are listening, they are carrying out what is your instructions. Don't you be happy? Same way, Supreme Lord will be very, very happy if you just cooperate on Him, cooperate with Him on that day, 1 day, 2 weeks. He says, I'm cleansing, you know, don't come in the way, you know, don't use your body. When you give service, you cannot use the machine or vehicle, is it not? Can you say the serviceman, you are busy, I am busy, I'm keep driving, you also keep doing service. What happens? Both will very bad for both and vehicle, right? For the three. Driver, vehicle, and also the one who is going to clean, right? It will be out of is is it is impossible, okay? It is impossible proposal. Same way, Krishna is cleansing this and is asking, I'm cleaning for you without any car. I beg your only cooperation. That's all he's asking. Look at that. That's why I'm telling you, Lord is so kind. He was trying to wash everybody's feet. It is, know. So if you just follow what he wants, listen to him. 1 day in 2 weeks, why he'll be so pleased. And if he's pleased, where is the problem? Okay. And this body needs service. Closed system. Like I've given you vessel, parts. In the part as a no the lid is weld, Suppose there is a pot with a lid, right? Lid is welded. You cannot put anything inside. So how do you put little side pipe? They have put. And how to remove whatever cook behind, in the bottom there's one pipe with a cap on it. So you put, something with water, cooks. Then after cooking, you think everything will come out. Can you clean it properly? No way. Same way our stomach is like that. So many parts with a lid sealed, right? With the skin in the outer one pipe behind connected. So imagine if you are taking 3 times of food and no cleansing, like I gave you an example, pot. If you cook anything, keep the lid for 7 hours, what will happen? Whatever our stomach. So when you do an operation, okay, doctor will know how bad it. And Krishna says, okay, even though actually you need to wash 3 times a day, but he is so amazing. Imagine this alone proves his ingenuity. Okay, no human can compare in service to compare to the Lord. He says, once in 2 weeks, okay, I will do such a cleansing that for next 15 days nothing will happen. Wow, imagine. Just from a mundane a engineering point of view, it will baffle you, you know, Lord's ingenuity. So anyway, we will carry on our. So today is Gita Jayanti. We will try to read this 108 slokas. Uh, wait. So and then translation. Um, so we pray obeisances to Bhagavad Gita scripture. Okay, it is words of Lord Krishna, not different from Krishna, and it is immortal. See, when 5,000 years, and same, not even a change in a word or thing, it is continuing, and it will continue. So it's inspiring. So we ask forgiveness from Bhagavad Gita. It's live, it is living, non-different from Krishna. Words are non-different from Krishna. Is living, transcendental, Sachidananda, just like Krishna's quality. It can elevate us, and we ask forgiveness from the Bhagavad Gita to, and also pray to recite them uh, uh, for the satisfaction of the Bhagavad Gita itself. The more we read, and in that mood, धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुत्सवः मामकाः पाण्डवश्चैव किमकुर्वतु Sanjaya. King Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do, having assembled at the sacred land of Kurukshetra, desiring to fight? Panchajanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya Paunram Damyo Mahashankam Bhima Karma Vrukodaraha. Then Rishikesha, um, Sri Krishna blew his conch shell, known as Panchajanya. Dhananjaya blew his conch, known as Devadatta, and Bhima. Dhananjaya is name of Arjuna. And Bhima, the performer of Herculean task, blew his great conch, known as Poundra. Then क्लैब्यमास्मगमः पार्थ नैतत्त्व इति उपपद्यते शुद्धं हृदय दौर्बल्यं त्यक्त्वा योत्तिष्ठ परन्तप. Then he says, no, this is not there. O Partha, do not behave like a eunuch. It does not befit you. Abandon this petty weakness of heart. O chastiser of the foe, and arise to do battle. Then कार्पण्य दोषो अपहत स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म सम्मूढचेतः यच्चेयस्य निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्योऽस्तेऽहं यादिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. It says, I who have become overwhelmed by coward. See, Arjuna is having put aside my natural heroic nature and having become bewildered about how to ascertain my true duty. I become bewildered about how to ascertain my true duty. I am requesting you to tell me clearly what is auspicious for me. I am your disciple and I have taken shelter of you. Therefore, kindly bestow pertinent instruction upon me. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tata dehantara praptir dhira tatra namuhyati. Just as embodied soul gradually passes within this gross physical body from boyhood to youth unto old age. Similarly, the soul receives another body at death. An intelligent person is not bewildered by the destruction and rebirth of the body. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्नायं भूत्वा भविता न भूयात् अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो नान्यते अन्यं शरीरे. The soul neither takes birth nor does he die, nor is he affected by the repeated growth and dwindling of the body. He is unborn, eternal, and ever existing. Though primeval, he remains ever youthful. When the body is destroyed, the soul is not annihilated. Then, vasamsi जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृहाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णो अन्याति navani देहि. It says, just as a person discards his old garments and acquires new ones, the soul similarly gives up old bodies and accepts new ones. Then, Nainam chindanti shastrani nainam dahati pavaka na chainam kledayante apo na shoshayati maruta. The soul can never be pierced by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor dried by the wind. Then, जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युर्ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्मात् परिहार्येत न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि. For one who is born, death is certain, and for one who has died, birth is certain. Therefore, it is not proper for you to grieve for that which is unavoidable. Neha vikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate स्वल्पमपि अस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. This is Krishna's promise. What he says. Endeavors on this path of bhakti yoga are neither fruitless nor do they contain any flaw. Even a little practice frees one from the great danger of transmigrating endlessly within the cycle of repeated birth and death in this material world. व्यवसायात्मिक बुद्धिरेकेह कुरु नंदन बहुशाखा है अनंताश्च बुद्धयो अव्यवहति। O son of the Kuru dynasty, the resolute intelligence of those who are on this path of bhakti is one point. But the intelligence of those who are averse to bhakti branches endlessly. Bhogaishvarya prasaktanam taya pahato chesasa. Vyavasayatmika buddhi samadau na vidiyate. Those who are attached to enjoyment and opulence and whose minds have been captured by these flowery words do not attain the resolute intelligence or exclusive absorption. Samadhi in Sri Bhagavan. Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigurnya Bhavarjina Nirdvando Nitya Sattvasto Niryogaksema Atmavan. O Arjuna, give up being influenced by the three binding forces of material nature that are described in the Vedas and become established in transcendence, which is beyond them. Be free from all dualities such as honor, dishonor, and do not be concerned about acquiring assets or maintaining what you have. Become situated in spiritual existence by using the intelligence awarded by me. कर्मण कर्माणि एवाधिकार कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मां फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भृमोते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि कर्मणि. So he says you are only eligible to perform your prescribed work, but you have no right to the fruits of your actions. You should not consider yourself to be the cause of the result of your action, nor should you become attached to neglecting your duty. Dukkeshvanudigamana sukeshu vigataspruha vitaraga bhaya krodha sitadir mumudichyate. One who is not disturbed by the three types of miseries given by one's own body or mind, given by others, and given by the demigods or nature, who remain free from anchoring in the presence of plentiful opportunities for sensual happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear, and anger, is called a sage of steady mind. विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निरारस्य देहिनः रसवर्ज्यं रसोपस्थम् Param Drushva Nivartate. He who identifies himself with his body, may restrict his enjoyment by withdrawing the senses from their object. But his taste for sense pleasure remains. One whose intelligence is fixed, however, has realized Paramatma, therefore, his taste for sense objects automatically ceases. ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधो विजायते. By continuously meditating on the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment to them. Attachment gives rise to lust, which in turn leads to the awakening of anger. This is the formula how anger arises. क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. Anger gives rise to utter delusion, and from such delusion comes loss of memory, forgetting the instructions of the scripture. Loss of memory destroys one's intelligence, and when intelligence is destroyed, one's entire spiritual direction in life is lost. One then falls into the ocean of material existence. प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां हानिरस्योपजायते प्रसन्नचेतसो हयति बुद्धिं पर्यवतिष्ठते. When that self-controlled person attains the stage of joyfulness, all of his miseries are dispelled and his intelligence soon becomes completely fixed upon attaining his desired goal. यानिशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागृति सम्यं यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनिः. Spiritual intelligence which is directed toward the soul is like night for materialistic common people who are enchanted by the material energy. One who is Chita Prajna, however, remains awake in that intelligence. And when intelligence is absorbed in sense objects, the common person remains awake. For the sage who perceives transcendental reality, that consciousness is the darkest night. In other words, such a person accepts sense objects in an appropriate way without being attached to them. गुरु बताइए. ಹೌದಾ? ಜಯ ಜಯ ಶ್ರೀಲ ಗುರುದೇವ್ ಕಿ ಜಯ ಹೋ. ಆಯ್ತು. ಸರಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಆಯ್ತಾಯಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಆ ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಹೌದು. कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य यास्ते मनसा स्मरान् इन्द्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा त्याचरन् स इच्छते. A deluded person who forcibly restrains his working senses while internally meditating on sense objects is to be known as a hypocrite. यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणो अन्यत्र लोको अन्य कर्म बंधनः तत् अर्थम कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संगः समासः. For humanity, all actions other than those selflessly offered to Sri Vishnu are a cause of bondage to this world. For humanity, although all actions other than those selflessly offered Vishnu are a cause of bondage to this world. O son of Kunti, therefore become free from all desires for the fruits of your actions and perform appropriate actions solely for his satisfaction. Annad bhavati bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavah yajñād bhavati parjanyo yajñai karma samudbhavah. All living beings are born of food grains which are produced from rain. Rains fall because of the performance of sacrifice, and sacrifice is born of the performance of prescribed duties. Na buddhi vedam janaye ajnanam karma sanginam yojayet sarva karmani vidwan yukta samacharan. A person who is learned in the path of spiritual advancement through knowledge should not bewilder the intelligence of ignorant people by instructing them to give up their prescribed duties and engage in the cultivation of jnana. Rather, by properly performing his own actions in a composed and detached state of mind, he should engage such people in the prescribed duties. प्रकृते क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः अहंकार विमूढात्मा कर्ताहमिति मन्यते. Then all aspects of material activity are performed by the three binding forces of material nature. But a person whose intelligence is bewildered by false ego thinks himself to be the doer. Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharma Svanusishta Swadharme Nidanam Shreya Paradharmo Vayavaha. It is far better to execute one's prescribed duties, even though imperfectly, than to perform another's duty perfectly. It is better to die discharging one's own duty in accordance with the Varnashrama system than to engage in another's duty, for it is dangerous to follow another's path. कामयेष क्रोधयेष रजोगुणसमुद्भवः महाशनो महापाप्मा विधिहीन Bhagavan, Sri Bhagavan said, this lust, that desire to enjoy sense objects, which indeed transforms into wrath, is born of passion. It is all devouring and extremely fearsome. Know it to be the primary enemy of the living entity within this world. एवं परंपरा प्राप्तम इमाम राजर्षयो विदुः सकाले नेममाता योगो नष्ट परन्तप. O Arjuna, this yoga was thus received in disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it through that process. But after a prolonged lapse of time, it almost became lost to the world. अजो अपि सन् अव्ययात्मा भूतानामीश्वरोऽपि सन् प्रकृतिं स्वाम् अधिष्ठाय सम्भवामि आत्ममायया. Although my form is unknown, un- although my form is unborn and indestructible, and although I am the Lord of all living entities, still I appear through my Yogamaya potential in my original form of eternality, cognizance, and bliss. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ज्ञाने भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. O descendant of Bharata, whenever there is a decline of religion and an increase in irreligion, at that time I manifest my eternally perfected form in this mundane world. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतम् धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. To protect my unalloyed devotees, to annihilate the wicked, and to firmly establish religion, I appear in every age. जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नेति मामेति सो अर्जुन. O Arjuna, my birth and activities are transcendental. One who knows this in truth does not take another birth after giving up the present one. Rather, he assuredly attains me. ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तां तथैव भजाम्यहम्. मम वर्तमानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्यां पार्था सर्वशः. O Partha, in whichever way a person renders service to me, I reciprocate with him accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects. Chaturvarnyam maya sritam gunakarma vibhagashah tasya kartaram apimam vidhi akartaram arjayam. The fourfold system of varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra was created by me according to the division of quality, guna and work, karma. Although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am the immutable, non-divine. Prashnena sevaya upadekshante jnanam jnanina tattvadarshinaha. Understand this transcendental knowledge by offering your frustrated obeisances to the spiritual master who imparts such knowledge, by asking him relevant questions and by rendering service to him. Those who have direct perception of the supreme absolute truth and who are well versed in the imports of the scripture can enlighten you by instructing you on this sign. Ajna Shraddha संशयात्मा विनश्यति नायं लोको अस्ति न परो न सुखम संशयात्मनः. Those who are ignorant, faithless, and who have a doubting nature are ruined. Skeptic cannot achieve the ascetic cannot achieve this well-being in this world or the next, nor can even achieve happiness. One who does. विद्या विनय संपन्ने ब्राह्मणे गवि हस्तिनि सुनी चैव स्वपका स्वपाके च पंडितः समदर्शिनः. Enlightened persons, jnani, perceive with equal vision a gentle and learned brahmana, a cow, an elephant, dog, and a dog. Ye is samprashya bhoga dukkha yonaya eva adi antavantah kaunteya na teshu ramate Buddha. O son of Kunti, pleasure born of contact with the senses are certainly the cause of misery. Since they have a beginning and an end, an enlightened person does not become attached to them. Saknoti saivaya sodum prak sarira kama krodha egam sayukta se suki nara. Before before giving up the body, you in this very life can tolerate the urges born of lust and anger is a yogi and is indeed happy. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhudam sarvabhutanam jnatva mam shantim rujyati. He who knows me to be the enjoyer of all sacrifices and austerity, the supreme controller of all planets, and the well-wishing friend of all living entities, attains liberation from bondage to material identification. Uddare atmanatmanam natmanam avasya atmaiva hai atmano bantu atmaiva rikuratmana. A man must deliver himself from the material world through mental detachment and not allow the mind to degrade. For the mind is simultaneously one's friend and also one's enemy. Yuktara vihara, yukta chestasya karmasau, yukta swapnavabodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. For a person who is moderate in eating and recreation, balanced in work and regulates in sleeping and wakefulness, his practice of yoga destroys all material. Yato yato nischalati manas chanchalam astiram tata tato yama atmani eva vasamnaye. From whichever direction the restless and unsteady mind wanders to its various sense objects, it should be restrained and brought back firmly within the self alone. Chanchalami manaha Krishna Pramati balavad drudam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva suducharam. O Krishna, because the mind is by nature restless, powerful, and obstinate, and capable of completely overpowering the intelligence, body, and senses, it seems as difficult to control as wind. Asamshayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha vijate. Sri Bhagavan said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, undoubtedly the mind is restless and most difficult to control. But by constant practice and renunciation, it can be checked. Partha naiveya namutra vinashastasya vidyate nahi kalyanakuttasya sugatim tata gacchati. Sri Bhagavan said, O Partha, such an unsuccessful yogi does not perish either in this world or the next because, my dear friend, a person who is engaged in auspicious acts never attains an unfavorable destination. Prapya punya kritam lokan ustiva ashvata sama suchinam srimatam gehe yogo prato vijayate. A person who deviates from the path of yoga after practicing it for only a short time attains the planets of the fire and after enjoying their company, takes birth in a virtuous and wealthy family. Tatra tam buddhi samyogam labate Orvadaikam yatate cha tato bhuya samsiddhau Guru Nandana. O son of the Kurus, that unsuccessful yogi, through his connection with the Super Soul, regains the divine consciousness of his previous birth. And thereafter he again endeavors to attain complete perfection in yoga. Then tapasvibhyo adhiko yogi ज्ञानिभ्योऽपि मतोऽधिकः कर्मे कर्मेभ्यश्चाधिको yogi तस्माद् yogi bhavarjuna. The yogi who worships Paramatma is considered superior to the ascetic, superior to the worshipper of the impersonal aspect of the Supreme, and superior to the fruitive worker. Therefore, O Arjuna, be a yogi. योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां समे मतः. However, he who constantly performs bhajana of me with full faith, his mind incessantly attached to me, is in my opinion the topmost of all yogis. Then मनुष्याणां सहस्रेषु कश्चिद् सिद्धये यथा अपि सिद्धानां कश्चिन्मां वेत्ति तत्त्वतः. Among thousands of men, one may endeavor for perfection, and among those who attain perfection, it is rare for even one to know my Swarupa in truth. भूमिरपो नलो वायु खं मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकार इति भिन्न प्रकृतिरष्टदा. My eternal material, my external material energy has 8 divisions: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. अपरेयामितस्त्वान्यं प्रकृतिं विधि मे परं जीवभूतं ययेदं धारये जगत्. O mighty Arjuna, you should know that my external energy, which consists of 8 divisions, is inferior. There is another potency of mind known as the Jiva, which is superior and which accepts this material world for the purpose of enjoying the fruits of his actions. Mataha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya vai sarvam idam protam sutre mani. O conqueror of riches, Dhananjaya, there is nothing superior to me. This whole creation is dependent on me, like jewels strung on a thread. दैवी गुणमयी मम मया दुरत्यय मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते. This external energy of mind, which consists of the 3 modes and which bewilders the living entity, is certainly very difficult to overcome. But those who take exclusive shelter of me can easily transcend this Maya. Namam duskritino mudaha prapadyante naradamaha maya paharata jnana asuram bhavamasrita. Those contaminated by fruitive action and fools who are devoid of discrimination, who are the lowest among human beings, whose knowledge has been completely covered by Maya, and who have a demonic nature do not surrender unto me. Chaturvida bhajante mam jnana Chaturvida bhajante mam janaha sukritino arjuna artho jignashu arthati jnani cha bharata sabha. O best of the Bharata dynasty, there are 4 types of pious men who perform worship of me: the distressed, Artha; the inquisitive, Jignashu; the seeker of wealth, Artham; and the man of wisdom, Jnani. Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samatma Sudurlabha. After many births, the Jnani, who is endowed with the knowledge that everything, both conscious and inert, is related to Vasudeva, fully takes shelter of me. Such a great soul is extremely rare. Nicha Devesha, Nicha De, Nicha Dvesha Samuttena, Dvandva Mohena Varata, Sarva Bhutani Samoham, Sarge Yanti Parantapa, Ocean of Bharata. O Parantapa, all the time of creation, all living entities enter into complete illusion, bewildered by the realities of happiness and distress, which are born of desire and hate. Yesham swantagatam papam jananam punyakarmanam te dvanda moha nirmukta bhajante mam dudavata. Those pious persons, however, whose sins have been eradicated, become free from the bewilderment of reality, such as happiness and engage in worship of me with firm determination. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam त्यजति अन्ते कलेवरं तां तं एवैति कौन्तेय सदा तद् भवभाविता. Whatever one remembers at the time of giving up the material body. O son of Kunti, one is sure to attain that same state again, due to being always absorbed in such contemplation. Mamupetya punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam napnuvanti mahatmana samsiddhim paramam gata. Online class. Online class చెప్పండి. The great souls having attained me do not take another temporary birth, which is the source of misery for the yeah, attain the highest perfection. Abrahma bhuvanaloke punaravartino janam mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. O Arjuna, all planets in this universe up to the planet of Lord Brahma are places of repeated birth and death. But one who attains me, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. Sahasrayuga paryantam aha yad brahmano vidu ratrim yuga sahasrantam ye te ho ratra vido jana. Those who know the truth about Brahma's day and night understand that his day lasts for 1,000 cycles of 4 yugas and that night is also of the same duration. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshavagamam Dharmyam Susuksham Kartum Avyayam. This is the king of all knowledge and monarch of our confidential talk. It is extremely pure and can be directly realized. This transcendental wisdom is consonant with the principles of Dharma. It is comprehended without difficulty and maya dakshena prakriti sriyate sacharacharam yetunanena kaunteya jagat parivartate. O son of Kunti, under my direction, my external potency gives birth to the cosmic manifestation. It is moving and non-moving living being. For this reason, the material world is created again. Avajananti mamura manushem tanumashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Fools whose intelligence is bewildered by vision disrespect me when I appear in a human-like form, being unaware of my supreme nature as the Lord of all beings. Mahatmastu mam partha daivam prakritim ashrita bhajanti ananya manaso jnatva bhutadim avyayam. O Partha, the great souls, however, having taken shelter of my divine nature, know me to be the original and imperishable cause of all beings. They constantly engage in worship of me with their mind and fixed exclusively on me. Satatam kirtayanto ma yatanta cha dhrudavratah namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. Constantly chanting the glories of my name, qualities, form, and pastime, endeavoring with determined vows and offering obeisances to you. They engage in my worship, remaining always connected with me. Te tam bhuktva svargalokam vishalam hine punye martyalokam shanti. Evam traidharmam anuprapanna Gatagatam kama when their pious merit is exhausted, they again fall to the mortal world, having enjoyed the pleasures of the immense celestial realm. In this way, those who desire sense pleasures and who perform fruitive activities are described in three Vedas. Receive only repeated birth and death within this material world. अनन्यचिन्तयन्तो मां ये जना पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहामि. However, for those who are devoid of material desires, who are always absorbed in thoughts of me, and who always worship me completely with one-pointed devotion, I myself carry their necessities and preserve what they have. Jayanti deva vrata deva pitrun yanti pitrun vrata bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti mad yajino apimam. Those who worship the God go to the planets. Those who worship the forefathers go to the planets of the forefathers. Those who worship the spirits go to the planets of the spirits. Those who worship me surely come to me. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahatam asnami prayatatmana. Then If any pure-hearted devotee offers me a leaf, flower, food, or water with love and devotion, I will surely accept that gift. Yat karosi yad asnasi yad juhosi tadagyat yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat purushamad arpanam. O son of Kunti, whatever activities you perform, whatever you eat, whatever you sacrifice and give in charity, or whatever austerities you perform, offer them all to me. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshyo astina priya ye bhajante tumam bhaktya mai te teshu sapaham. I am equally disposed to all living beings. And I am neither inimical nor partial to anyone. But as those who serve me with devotion are attached to me, I too am bound by affection for them. Api cheto sudacharo bhajante mam ananya bhakt sadhuryeva samantavya samyustito isa. Even if a man of abominable character engages in Ananya Bhajana, exclusive devotion to me, is still to be considered a sadhu because his intelligence is firmly fixed in bhakti to me. Chipram bhavati dharmatma sasvat shantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijani name bhaktya pranashati. He quickly becomes virtuous and attains eternal peace. O Kaunteya, boldly proclaim that my devotee never perishes. Man manobhava mad bhakto matyaji mam namaskaru mame vaishasi ittaivam atmanam matparayana. Always absorb your mind, become my devotee, dedicate yourself to worship of me and offer obeisances to me. In this way, with mind and body fully devoted to me, in my service, will certainly achieve me. Am sarvasya prabhavo matah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha samandita. I am the source of both mundane and spiritual worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who knows this well engage in bhajana of me with transcendental emotion in their heart. Matchitta madgata prana bodhayantah parasparam katayantasya mam nityam susyanti cha ramanti cha. Those whose minds are absorbed in me and whose lives are wholeheartedly devoted to my service derive great satisfaction and bliss from constantly enlightening one another with the fundamental truth about me and performing Kirtana of my name, form, qualities and pastimes. Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam priti dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. To those who worship me with love and earn for my eternal association, I give that transcendental knowledge by which they attain me. तेषां सततयुक्तानां तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्तो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता. Only out of compassion for devotees who are exclusively devoted to me do I, dwelling within their intelligence, destroy with the blazing lamp of transcendental knowledge. The darkness of material existence is born of ignorance. Param Brahma, Param Dham, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham, Shashvatam, Divyam, Adidevam, Ajam, Vibhum, Ahuswan, विषयः सर्वे देवी नारदाः तथा असितो देवलो व्यासः स्वयं चैव प्रहसि मे. Arjuna said, I know that you are the supreme absolute truth and the supreme abode. You are supremely pure and the destroyer of the impurity of ignorance. The great rishis such as Devarshi Narada, Asita, Devala and Vyasa also glorify you as the eternal personality, the transcendental and primeval Lord, who is unborn and omnipresent. You personally are saying this to me. Bhaktya tvananya aham evam do Arjuna jnatum prastum cha tattvena pravestum cha parantapa. O Arjuna, conqueror of the foe, only by exclusive devotion can one actually know and see my exquisite human-like form and enter into association with me in my abode. Mat karma mat paramo mat bhakta sangavasitaha nirvairah sarvabhuteshu ya samam Pandava. O son of Pandu, he who exclusively dedicates his life to me, considering me alone to be his supreme goal, who engages in the various means of bhakti such as Shravana, and who is devoid of mundane attachment, and who remains free from enmity towards any living being, he alone attains my aveshamano yamam nityayukta upasate श्रद्धया परया तेषां ते मे युक्ता समामतः. The Bhagavan said, those yogis whose faith is transcendent are beyond the three binding and who fixing their mind on my Shyamasundara form constantly worship me with exclusive devotion are the best among those conversant with the science of yoga. This is my opinion. क्लेशो अधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तसक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्त हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहविद्भिरवप्यते. Those whose minds are attached to the impersonal future experience great difficulty because for those who identify the body with itself, it is difficult to develop steadiness in something that is not manifest. उपदृष्टानुमन्त च भर्तभोक्तमहेश परमात्मेति चापि युक्तो देहेऽस्मिन् पुरुषः परः. In this body there exists another Purusha apart from the individual living. He is known as the super soul and he is called the witness, the permitter, the supporter, the maintainer, the supreme controller, Paramatma and so forth. मां चयो अव्यभिचरणे भक्ति योगेन सेवते सगुणान् समतीत्येतः ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते. One who renders service with one pointed devotion to me in my form as Samsundara can transcend these three binding influences of matter, material nature, and become qualified to realize from my spiritual nature. Brahmano hi pratistham amrita syavai shasvatsya cha dharmas sukasya ekantikasya cha. Alone the basis of that undifferentiated, impersonal Brahma and the sole refuge of everlasting immortality, eternal Dharma, and transcendental bliss of prema rising from one point and pure devotion. Urdhvamulam adhasakam ashvattam praruraveyam chandansi yasya parnani yastam vedasa vedavit. Sri Bhagavan said, the scriptures describe this material world as a special type of impersonal, imperishable Ashwatha tree with roots that grow upward and branches that grow down. The leaves of which are Vedic hymns, eulogize the path of Shruti and Karmakant. He who knows this tree knows the essence of the Vedas. Not tad भाषयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमम्. In that supreme self-effulgent realm, sun, moon, and fire are not required for illumination. When surrendered persons attain that abode of mind, they do not return to this material world. ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनसस्तेन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति. The eternal living entities in this material world are certainly my separated parts and parcels within us. Situated in material nature, they are attracted by the six senses, including the mind. सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मतः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानम् अपोहनं च वेदैः च सर्वैरहं एव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद् वेदविद्येव चाहम्. I am situated as the indwelling super soul in the hearts of all living entities. From me come remembrance, knowledge, and the instruction of both. By all the Vedas, I alone am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta and the knower of Vai Purushao Loke Charascha Charayevacha Charaha Sarvani Bhutani Kuto So Akshara Vidyate. In the 14 planetary systems, true Purushas are famous, the fallible and the infallible. All living and non-moving living entities are said to be fallible, and the immutable person, Kutastha, is called infallible, Aksharaha. Yas Shastra Vidim Visvijya Vartate Kamacharata न स सिद्धिम् आप्नोति न सुखं न परमां गतिम्. He who discards the injunction of scripture and acts according to his whimsical desire attains neither perfection, happiness, nor the supreme destination. Tasmat yasram paramam karya karya vyavasastito jnatva shastra vidhanokam karma kartum iharti. Therefore, scripture is the authority regarding proper and improper activity. Thus aware of the instructions of the scripture concerning the performance of your prescribed duty. Simply be an instrument. Brahmabhuta prasannatma sochati na kankshati samaha sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labate param. A person thus situated in realization of Brahma becomes fully joyful. He neither laments nor hankers for anything, being equally disposed to all beings. He attains my pure bhakti, which is less symptoms of prema. Bhaktya mam avijanati yayan yasyasmi tattvata tato mam tattvato jnatva vishate tadantaram. It is only through pure devotional service that one can actually comprehend the truth concerning my glories and the nature of my original transcendental form. One who does understand me as I am enters my eternal pastimes on the strength of prema bhakti. Ishvara sarvabhutanam udesh arjuna tishtati Ramayan sarvabhutani yantrarudam. O Arjuna, the indwelling super soul is situated in the heart of all living beings. O Arjuna, the indwelling super soul is situated in the heart of all living beings. By his illusory potency, he is causing them to wander in the cycle of birth and death as they are mounted on a machine. Tamyeva sharanam gaccha sarvabhavena bharata tat prasadat param shanti dhanam prapasyati. Oh, descendant of God, completely surrender completely to Him, that supreme controller. By His grace, you will attain transcendental peace and supreme eternal abode. Man manabhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namastaru mami vaishasi satyante pratijane priyosine. Absorb your consciousness in me. Become my devotee by dedicating yourself to such practice as hearing about and glorifying my name, forms, qualities, and character. Worship me and offer obeisances to me. Thus you will certainly attain me. This truth I swear to you because you are most dear to me. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksham icchami ma sucha. Completely abandoning all bodily and mental dharma, such as varna and ashrama. Fully surrender to me alone. I shall liberate you from all reactions to your sins. Do not grieve. Idam te na tapasya navadaya kadachana na yashushrusve vakyam na cha mam yo abhyasiti. You should never explain this scripture of Srimad Bhagavad Gita to one whose senses are uncontrolled, to a non-devotee, to one devoid of serving mood, or to one who is envious of me. Nasto moha smriti labda svat prasadan maya chuta sito gata sandeha karishe vachanam. Arjuna said, "Oh Achyuta, my delusion has been dispelled by your grace and remembrance of myself has been regained. My doubts have been dispelled and I am situated firmly in true knowledge. I now carry out your order. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara Tatra Sri Vijayo Nitir Matir Mama. Wherever there is Sri Krishna, the master of all yoga, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme wielder of bow, there will surely be majestic opulence, victory, prosperity, and adherence to righteousness. This is my conclusive opinion. So, we finish it. So there is another uh, four slokas taken from Gita Mahatmya. Gita Shastram Idam Punyah Ya Pate Prayatah Puman Vishnu Padam Apnoti Vaya Shokadi Varjitaha. This is like the root of Bhagavad Gita. So deciding. This Bhagavad Gita scripture is the bestower of all good. One who regularly studies it with devotion will attain to the holy abode of Lord Vishnu, the plane of freedom from all distress, fear, and sorrow. गीताध्ययन कलस्य प्राणायाम परस्य च नैव शान्ति पापानि पूर्वे जन्म कृतानि. For a self-controlled person who seriously studies this Bhagavad Gita scripture, not a trace of sin from his life or even from previous lives remains, as all the sins of such a person are burned to ash. Mala nirmochana pumsa jalasnanam dine dine sakrudgitamsi nanam samsaramala nashanam. As a person bathes every day to cleanse the body, similarly by bathing only once in the waters of Bhagavad Gita, reading the Gita once with devotion, all the dirt of painful material existence is washed away. Gita Gita Kartavya Kim Anyay Shastra Vistarai Ya Swayam Padmanabhasya Mukha Padma Vinishrasta. The Gita always be sung with devotion This divine song emanated from the holy lotus mouth of the Supreme Lord Himself, Lord Sri Krishna. What more can any other scriptures give? Bharatamrita sarvasvam Vishnu Vaktali Vinishratam Gita Gangodakam Pitva Punarjanmana Vidyate. By drinking the Ganges water of the Gita, by singing the Gita with devotion, the nectar of all of the Mahabharata emanating from the lotus mouth of Lord Vishnu. One will never take birth in the material world again. सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्. All the Upanishads are the cow, and the milker of the cow is Sri Krishna, the son of Nanda. Arjuna is the calf, the nectar of the Gita is the milk, and the fortunate devotees are the enjoyer of milk. एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्रगीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्म्यापि एकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा. There need to be only one scripture, the Holy Gita sung by Sri Krishna. Only one worshipable Lord Sri Krishna. Only one mantra, the holy name, his holy name. And only one work, devotional service to the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. So, that is the answer. So we covered, ನಾನು ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ so we covered by mercy of Guru Parampara, Gita, Lord Krishna, Radharani. Okay? Uh, important slokas of Bhagavad. If you keep on doing this, you will practice. See, Krishna says himself, by constant practice and detachment, then success. By constant practice. Even though there may be little faults in the practice, but gradually you will work. See the scripture reading, amazing. It takes you, it gives you so much strength, which I was telling. You get into problem. No solution in front of you, confused, just like Arjuna. Okay? What to do or what not to do. Then what? You are totally bugged. That time we take up this, important sloka. And maybe how long it took, I forgot. Because we were reading both. Even if you read translation English, if you are not worried about translation, reading, maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 20 minutes. But you will get totally charged up. You get re-established. All the things you do. Krishna will make some arrangement for the solving the problem. So, on this day, on the Gita Jayanti, we thank Krishna. We thank Arjuna. We thank everybody in the world. Because without them, this would not have, Krishna would not have spoken. for the right occasion, best occasion, because in the war. We are also in the war. Confused. Arjuna was lucky. Okay? So we follow in the footsteps of Arjuna. Huh? Vancha kalpataru vyakya kripa sindhu devata patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Jai Moksada Ekadashi ki jai, Bhakti Janani Ekadashi Devi ki jai, Madhava Tithi ki jai, Harivasara Tithi ki jai, Pavankari Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Gita Jayanti ki jai, Gita Upanishad ki jai, Gita Sara ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu devata patitanam pavanebhyo